And we have Mr. Sam Wolf, Managing Director at One World Group. Hi, Sam.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me today.
Lovely. So moderating the panel today is Mr. Hemang Laheru, Director, Global Mobility at SmartMove Immigration. Over to you, Mr. Hemang.
Thank you, Surbhi. Thanks a lot for that. Welcome, everyone. It's nice to connect with you, and it's nice to have people attending in. We still have people joining in right now, and it is part of a brave new world, So we're logging in from all corners of the world. Mike, I know it's very early in the morning for you, and thank you for making time to be a part of this. And all to the other panelists as well. Thank you very much, for taking the time out, to share. We've got close to 90 delegates on the program. We've got registrations for almost another 150. So we've actually got a large number of registrations. And this program is also going out live on our Facebook stream, which has got about 8,000 odd members. So yeah, it's a wider reach. Now, I know we've got all the delegates on mute at the moment. We'll unmute the the panelists as we're running the presentations. And as and when you have questions, feel free to pop into the chat box, and we'll kind of take up those questions at that point. We're going to start off this session. I'm going to invite Falguni Parekh to kind of take us through a bit of insights in terms of starting off with UK and Canada investor visas, and then we'll also look at bringing in the other panelists, in terms of their proposal. So over to you, Falguni. I'm going to share the presentation that you sent across to me. Just a moment.
Hello, everybody. I think it's different time zones. Good morning to Mike, and a very good evening to most part of people from India. And I think it's kind of a day in other parts of the world. So hello, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us today. I would want to introduce SmartMove Immigration and the services offered by our firm. So we are a professional immigration law firm and established in the year since 2009. Our team comprises of experts who are solicitors and lawyers, so a qualified team up over here, and are recognized by Who's Who Legal for corporate and investor immigration. Our success rate's about 95% for investor visa applications. In India, we have presence in Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, plus in-country expertise all over. We've been representing clients even from outside India for the investor visa categories. The Facebook ranking for SmartMove Immigration is 4.9 of 5. I think that's something that we're very, very proud of. And Google rating about 4.7 on 5, which is again a good one. How do we help? So we have a process which is smart pre-screening, where we based on the country's selections and the lifestyle preferences, also the objective of the clients, the life stage that they are into. Maybe they are single, they're married, they're young, or they're retired. We also take into account the budgets that they would have should they would want to take on the investor route to migrate. We do a detailed consultation, and we review the paperwork and documentations. Basically, we prepare the actual application for representation to the appropriate agencies. We are the representative on record whilst we represent them. We also have in-country support for the clientele who instruct us, which includes setting up companies, buying businesses. We always look out for opportunities that are available for clients once they have entered into the investor route. We also try to identify office location, housing support, schooling advice. All that goes towards the post-landing to make the entire process as smooth as is possible for them once they are kind of migrating from one country to another. So SmartMove Immigration does actually everything right from pre-screening to the post-landing to ensure that the entire process is quite smooth for the clientele who have instructed us. Coming to United Kingdom and the opportunities available in UK, United Kingdom is a very strong and stable economy. It has multiple financial opportunities. It's a financial hub, and it has a lot of opportunity, advanced technology and commercialism, healthcare and education. The personal tax rates are about 20%, starts from 12,500, and corporate tax rates 19%, which will now be revised in 2021 to 18%. We have identified some top visa categories, beginning with, for business immigration, the Tier 1 investor program, which is the actual investment proposal available under the business immigration options in the UK. The investment amounts about £2 million for the applicants. They can invest in their own company in the UK, which is good, unlike, when comparing with other investment opportunities. Sometimes the countries require you to invest in a particular region, etc. But UK is quite flexible, allows you to invest in your own company as well. The most important part is there's no English requirement. Sometimes that comes as a hurdle in some of the investment programs that you go through, the English language, which one has to clear. So in this case, you're exempted. There's no English language requirement. There's also options available for Tier 2 sponsorship licenses, wherein the company can set up its office in the UK. It can transfer its employees around the globe to the UK through intra-company transfer. It can also take its directors to be transferred. There is a minimum income requirement to transfer their directors from their own companies to or the head office to the UK offices. You can, under this category, source global talent. It's a wonderful opportunity through the Tier 2 sponsorship license to kind of source global talent, and you can pull in those employees within UK through this route of Tier 2 sponsorship licenses. There is a minimum salary requirement which one needs to fulfill with. The other category, which is more suitable for companies who want to play safe, they want to just test waters before they actually kind of go full-fledged. These are basically business houses which sees a potential, but they want to play safe. They want to be very cautious, and they want to take one step at a time. So under this category of sole representative visas, you can nominate one of your family members or your senior employees who can represent your company in the UK. The most important part here is that the applicant should not be a partner and or a majority shareholder. So one has those fine prints that one needs to be mindful. Ideally, a good company under the Indian scenario would have a turnover of, say, 7 to 8 crores would be an ideal company to make decisions to move their employees on a sole representative visas, just to test waters, and then take on from there. There's also a very interesting category under the business migration options in the UK, which is introduced newly. It's called the innovative and startup visas. And this is to attract a lot of innovation within the UK, and it's most suited for tech-enabled businesses, fintech companies, and IT people. So here the innovator needs an investment of a very minimum amount of £50,000 The key thing is that your idea or your business idea has to be very innovative for an endorsing body to accept your application and allow you to enter the UK. It does require an endorsing body to endorse you to enter the UK. We, under the Canada Investor Immigration Program, you have generally the provisional provinces that attracts. You have Toronto as a province, which is quite popular in most of the clients, especially in India, prefer Toronto. The investment ticket size in Indian rupees is about 6 to 8 crores of the investment, and your net worth should be 10 to 12 crores. Need to have a business profile. You need to have a business experience of 4 to 5 years. That adds to your applications profiling of an applicant. You also have another interesting province, which is British Columbia, and under this province, they look out for an investment in the Indian rupees of 3 to 5 crores and the net worth of 4 to 6 crores. Now, depending upon the investments, as I said, that, you know, in the pre-screening stage as well, we're very mindful of the budget as well. Sometimes the investor would have only a specific amount of budget that they would want to invest outside. You could pick up something like Manitoba, where, you know, the ticket size for investment is only about 1 to 2 crore, and the net worth is about 3 to 4 crore. So Canada Investor Migration Program, you can pick up the popular ones, but those require a little higher amount of an investments, or you could enter into a smaller province like Manitoba, and you could enter into the Investor Migration Program for Canada as well. As far as SmartMove Immigration is concerned, we assist in all these applications to the United Kingdom on all these categories, as well as for Canada. In India, we have presence in Mumbai, New Delhi, Bangalore, and you could reach out to us in any of our offices here. We also take instructions for clients outside India to represent them in their in any of the investor immigration programs. That's from me, Himang, and you.
Yeah. Right. Well, thank you. Thank you very much for that, Falguni. I think we just had the last bit in terms of the locations where the offices are located. I just want to check if there are any questions from any of the participants at the moment. Anything in terms of you know, for UK or Canada investor visa? Just going to check on the chat window. We've got some requests from delegates to participants to say that if they'd like to record it, but we are doing it for you, and you will have a recording made available. So, you know, that'll be something that you would have in there. Right. Okay. So we got a few questions coming in terms of the requirements. I'm going to take some of these questions now. One that's kind of come up pretty prominently, Falguni, and I would like to kind of just ask you that before we move on to the next one is, what do you think is the impact on immigration due to this whole COVID-19 scenario?
I think the impact is quite short term. And we see this as a very short-term impact on immigration, and soon things would get resolved. There's a lot of companies there's a lot of countries who would require businesses and investors to enter. The enthusiasm and zeal of new business ideas to help the economies to get back to normal, and this will be a wonderful opportunity for investors, especially to keep an eye on any kind of a great deals across to invest and to enter countries. So I think the impact is quite short term. You may see a greater impact on maybe on a work restriction. So there are visa categories that allows you to live and work. I think we would see that because they would have to protect the local employment within the country. So we would see some kind of a restrictions on work visas. But I think there will be a lot of relaxation as far as the investor programs are concerned with a lot of countries across the globe.
Brilliant. Right. Okay. Well, thank you very much for that, Falguni. We've got a few more questions coming in. We made a note of all the questions that you have, and there are quite a few actually to go through. So what we will do is we made a note of it. We'll come back again to these questions, towards the end. We've got time allocated for kind of Q&A at the moment. So we'll take all of those questions and they will all be addressed. So you will get your responses to it. What I would like to do is now to invite Mr. Yanis Piertz, Head of Overseas Sales at Leptos Estate, to talk to us a little bit more about the Cyprus and the Greece citizenship programs. So I'm just going to stop the screen share now, and over to you, Yanis.
Hello, everybody. I'll share my screen as well. I will make a small presentation. Yeah, I think now we're ready.
Yes, yeah, we've got you on screen.
Yes. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Yanis Piertz. I'm the Business Development Manager of Leptos Estates. I'm based in Cyprus. As I understand for the host, we have very, very limited time. So I will try to be as much efficient as I can to give you a small taste about Cyprus and Greece and give you the best information, what you need for to continue. Starting about Cyprus, Cyprus is located in the East Mediterranean between three continents, Africa, Europe, and Asia. And this strategic position plays a key role for the history and has developed the island into a convenient center of trade and international business through the years. Cyprus is one of the safest countries in the world, and this is from statistics of 2016 among all small countries, and is the 5th worldwide. Cyprus came 4th out of 144 countries on a higher education level, and that's why it attracts a lot of business all around the world to use Cyprus as a hub for their headquarters. And very important note is that Cyprus is awarded as the 5th best location for people that they want to relocate. Cyprus offers one of the most attractive tax regimes in Europe. We are a member of the European Union since 2004, and we are offering the lowest corporation tax in Europe, which is 12.5. There is 0 in movable property tax, 0 inheritance tax, and the benefit of Cyprus is that giving all the tools to the businessman to expand their business in Europe. That's why they are using Cyprus as the bridge to Europe. Recently, we discovered in our exclusive economic zone a large resources of natural gas. As you can see from the slide, the biggest players of the industry are already starting their drilling in our sea. So from our experience and from the examples worldwide, countries that they're having natural gas in their real estate, it's booming for the next years for many, many reasons. Cyprus is not just a business hub, it's an entertainment hub as well, with a lot of things to do in Cyprus. We're going to have one of the biggest casinos in Europe. There are restaurants, shopping malls. It's a relaxed place which give you the feeling that you are not just in a country, you are just in a paradise because of the weather. We have more than 340 days sunshine every year. We have golf courses all around the island. Now, the most important thing who makes Cyprus very famous all around the world and gave us the access to reach all the markets from America to Asia, from Russia to Africa, it's our Cyprus passport investment policy. It's something who attracts all kinds of investors. Last year, which is something unique for Cyprus standard, we sold real estate to 32 different nationalities. And I think this is very unique. If you compare with small countries like Cyprus, this has never happened. This happened only to big hubs like London, Dubai, New York, Moscow, or other big cities. The Cyprus Citizenship Investment Program currently offers the quickest way to get a European citizenship, not only for the investor, but for the whole family. In 6 months, by investing 2 million euros in real estate. By participating in the Cyprus Investment Program, you will solve forever your problem with the borders. You will have access to 173 countries without visa, and you can freely travel to any European destination, live, work, and make your business. Secondly, we are offering the residency card, the Cyprus permanent card, which is another very famous product, not only for the non-Europeans that are planning to have a travel document, but for a lot of non-Europeans that they are planning to relocate. As I told you before, Cyprus is the fifth best relocate location. Cyprus permanent residence by investment enables the foreign investors to obtain Cyprus permanent residency in 2 months' time, not only for them, but for the whole family. And what we mean by the whole family, we're talking about 3 generations. We're talking about the investors, their kids, and their parents as well. Kids included in the application until 25 years old, this is very important because the kids, they can keep it for lifetime, not only as dependents, but as independents as well. Last year, we sold a huge amount of residency cards to many nationalities. Talking about immigration programs, as company, we offer 3 different programs. We offer 2 from Cyprus and 1 from Greece. As you know, Greece is a very famous country, not only in India, but worldwide. So last year, Greek Golden Visa awarded as the most residency compared with the rest of the world. Greece is situated as Cyprus on the southeast of Europe and is considered the mother of the Western civilization. It's the birthplace of democracy, philosophy, so everybody knows about Greece and everybody wants to have a little bit about it. The Greek Golden Visa offers the family the freedom to live in European Union, not only in Greece, but to all Schengen countries. It's a very easy procedure, very straightforward. So it's taking between 10 days to 1 month from the time the investors invest 250,000 to a real estate property. They have to keep the property for lifetime. This is very important. From the time they sell the property, they are losing their residency. Now, as leptos, under these strange circumstances, we came and offering to our clients some special packages, which will make the whole 3 migration products even more attractive. As you understand, now all the flights are blocked. You are not allowed to fly. So a lot of people, they are willing to proceed with their application even without coming. So what we did, we give them even special tools and special present to attract them and make their decision quickly. What we are doing, we are offering for the Cyprus investment clients 35,000 euros furniture package for their properties. We are offering free flight tickets to Cyprus up to 5,000 euros. We are offering a very important asset, which is the Leptos Golden Card, member card for lifetime for the whole family. And we have the benefit to the clients if they don't like the property while they're in Cyprus to swap to another property. The same things we are offering for Cyprus residency and for Greek Golden Visa, but in a different amount. For Cyprus and Greek permanent residency, we're offering 15,000 furniture package and 2,000 flight tickets. Now I'll give you a small information about our company and who we are. Leptos Estates, it's a family name. It's a family business started from 1960. We are one of the biggest group of companies in Cyprus and Greece with a lot of other business as well. We have more than 350 finished projects in Cyprus and Greece and more than 25 projects under construction right now. Through the years, we have more than 25,000 happy client and satisfied clients. And we are looking straight to the future. We are awarded twice in Cyprus as the #1 service provider compared with all the fields, not all the industries, not only the real estate. What that means? That we import the most of the foreign income in Cyprus compared with the rest. We have 22 offices all around the world, and we have associates in 75 countries. We own hotels, university, hospital, shopping mall, travel agency, property management companies, rental agency. We are taking the clients from A to Z. This is the important thing. We are one-stop shop. Talking about our properties, we have a huge range of properties like seafront properties, resort properties, hilltop properties, and commercial. Nowadays, we are mainly building according to the clients. We have a team with more than 35 architects, and we believe that we are the biggest landowners in Cyprus, and we have a huge reserve in Greece as well. So according to the client's needs, we're building exactly what they need. Now I'll present you some major projects we have in Cyprus, just to give you a small taste what we are doing. First of all, this is the Adonis Beach Villas. It's a seafront project in Paphos area. Very important, which is the main characteristic of Leptos. We only build in prime location. This is very important for people that are investing right now. They're investing somewhere that the price, first of all, is growing, and in the meantime, they're having a very good ROI. This type of projects is detached villas, 80 villas, all of them facing the sea. The 130 is it's like a 3-line villas. The 130 is a seafront villas, having direct access to the sea. We're working with European standards, luxury properties with all the facilities, underfloor heating and everything. Second project I want to introduce you. This is Aphrodite Gardens. It's a mixed-use development with maisonettes, villas, apartments. This type of properties is like a big resort, like a 5-star hotel with all the facilities of tennis court, clubhouse, gym, playground, 3 big swimming pool. One of them is heated, and it's an amazing product for people that are looking to invest, first of all, rent it out immediately for tourist purpose, and in the meantime, using it for their own leisure. It's in the center of Paphos, less than 1 kilometer from the sea. This is another seafront project like the previous one I mentioned, a new one which is under construction right now. There are 25 villas in the center of Paphos, next to the beach, the sandy beach. As you know, Cyprus, now I'm going back again, we are working with more than 350 blue flags. So the most of the beaches, as you can see from the picture, are tremendous. Living in Cyprus, it's a very, very different experience compared to any other Mediterranean island. This is another seafront project we have in Paphos, ready to move, 4, 5 apart. This is a different project. It's called Kamares Village. It's on the top of the mountains. It's like a small village with more than 1,500 already built villas, custom villas with their own swimming pools, their own gardens. They have a clubhouse nearby, owned by the owners. There is a common swimming pools, a tennis club over there, and a medical center. This is a perfect place for people that they want to relocate, and especially for people that to have a better quality of life for them and their families. Here we're building only according to the client's needs. We customize the properties and we build it for the clients. This is some picture from Camares. Okay, and last and not least, this is one of the projects that we are very proud. It's based in Limassol. Limassol is the capital, it's the financial capital of Cyprus. It's a high-rise buildings next to the sea. It's a project that we already started building right now. We launched it last July, 18th of July, and we sold more than 50% of that project off-plan. The project is already started, it's running. It's 240 apartments, all of them facing the sea, super luxury apartments. So all the owners, they will have the experience of a 7-star hotel with all the facilities. It's very close to the new casino, which is going to be the biggest casino in Europe and one of the most luxury worldwide, with more than 1,000 tables, close to Limassol Marina. And it's a very good investment for people that they're looking for the passport and they want to do a short-term investment. What I mean, this is you buying now off-plan and you will have the ability to sell it in 5 years in a much better price, making a big growth. This is another project in Limassol, which we already built it. We'll deliver end of the year. There are 2 high-rise buildings. It's going to be the landmark in Limassol. It's called Limassol del Mar. It's like a big ship. Here we're talking about 188 apartments and a very luxury shopping mall on the first 3 floors. And this is another project in Limassol, which is under construction. It's a mixed use, like the characteristic of ours, with a lot of common areas and green areas as well.
Well, thank you, Yannis, for sharing it. I think you know, those images of the beautiful beaches and you know, nice sunny places definitely seem very attractive right now. You know, when we're all stuck in a lockdown and haven't seen the outside in a while. So I think that was really something. So thank you very much for that. And it's quite an exhaustive portfolio of properties and options. Just wanted to check with the participants. Do you have any questions for Yannis on migration to Greece and opportunities in Cyprus? I'm just going to check if there's anything which is coming through in the chat box. Right, so we've got one question, Yannis. One of our participants wants to know, why is you know, Cyprus the right place for, say, Indian investors? What kind of businesses can people do once they're there?
Okay, Cyprus is a perfect place for general investors, not only Indians.
All right.
As I told you before, we had last year 32 different nationalities. Cyprus, it's an economy that is growing very, very fast. From the statistics from the big firms, the last 5 years we faced a growth, I think the highest in Europe, with 3.7% on the GPT. Everything in Cyprus right now helps the investors, especially what the big companies looking for. They're looking to have a very attractive tax regime and to be in a place that it's easy for them to expand and have access to different markets. The main income here right now in Cyprus is the financial services and general services. Cyprus is like a financial hub for East Mediterranean. I compare ourselves something like a small Singapore. It's something that is growing. The education level in Cyprus, because the cost of living is very low compared with the European Union, and the education level, the average is master's degree. Here you can find a lot of professionals with much lower cost compared to the UK or other financial hubs in Europe. That's why everybody, they are moving their headquarters in Cyprus. And another very important thing in Cyprus, our political situation is very stable the last 20 years. So all this helps the companies to grow. There's no risk.
Brilliant. Okay.
And the last thing is that you can find example from the Google or from all the statistics from the big firms that big companies, for example, like Dubai Port, they came and lead Cyprus, Lima support for the next 50 years. They spent more than $1 billion. So these people which control the world wealth, they know much better what they are doing and what's going to be the next step.
All right, excellent. We've got a quick query from Brian. He wants to know whether, is English widely spoken in Cyprus?
Yes, as you know, Cyprus used to be a British colony for a long time. So the official language is in English and Greek. So everywhere you'll find, even in Greek or in English, the signs, our IDs, our passport. So it's a very convenient place to live, and it's very easy to collaborate here.
Oh, excellent. All right. Okay. So there you go, Brian. So English is widely spoken along with the signages and everything. So you'll be fine.